Wonderful. Great evening, everyone. How are you doing? It is Wonderful Wellness Wednesday. Hey, and Chat with Cat and Friends did not happen Monday night, but you know what? It's going down on tonight. It's going down on tonight. My schedule is a little, yep, I got to get used to some things. But it's going down tonight, and I want to thank you guys for hanging in there all this time. Well, it's been over a year, look, over a year and some change. Yep, a year. February made 1 year. So it's a year and some change. So thank you so very much for tuning in every Monday night. For the most part, every Monday night at 6 p.m. for Chat with Cat and Friends. Tonight's show is my last show for this season. I am hoping and praying to come back to you guys in September, fresh, new, and have some different things going on, right? Still the same empowerment, inspiration, all of the strategies and tips, that's still going to go on. It'll be like in a pop-up fashion, not in a every Monday. I'm thinking it's going to be some just a little bit different. So do subscribe to the channel. There will be tons of information still added. My Facebook page, yes, like Chat with Cat and Friends, follow it, Emerging to Wellness as well. You guys get linked up and get connected. But for the summer, these interviews, like the every Monday at 6 p.m. to 7-ish. Yeah, that's how we were doing it. That's how it was going down. Is stopping for now or pausing. And we're going to pick back up, and there'll be pop-ups in between, and I'm hoping to pop in on a few of the guests that I've had on the show this whole like 2 seasons of the show, 3.5 seasons of the show. However that looks, I had to sit down and get that all together, but however that looks. And I want to thank everyone so very much who has been a guest. Thank you. Thank you. I am so gracious for your lending of your gifts and your expertise, just sharing, not even lending, but just sharing it, giving out great information about finances, giving out great information about health and wellness, professional strategies to use to keep all of this intact. Because if you like me, and you got all of these things going on sometimes, and then, yep, it's the world is like, it's like going a little crazy or something. It's just so many things going on. And that's aside from regular life things, life episodes, and things that affect you directly, indirectly, and all of those things. Thank you so very much for lending your expertise on empowerment and inspiration, adding to each and everybody who's taken the time or stopped by to chime in, to leave a comment, to just watch, sit back and pull it all in, because you need it. You need it just as much as I do. Look, this is a blessing to me, and I'm so very just happy and proud to have had the opportunity and having the opportunity, because as I said, I'll be popping in, and I'll be doing some daily segments. It might be empowering moments, yeah, something like that. We're getting it together. I'm writing some things out. God is good and faithful in everything that He does. He's definitely using my gifts and has stretched me, a whole lot these last 2, 3, 4. Yup. Yeah, and I just keep on growing, and I just thank Him for it. Keep on growing, keep on answering the call. And there are some times that I haven't. He's still there, and He's still like, "Yep, I'm just waiting on you." So you know what? That I pray that encourages you to move as He sees fit for you to stay in obedience with Him. You guys, this thing is not easy. It is not easy by a long shot, especially when you see so many things in social media, in media period, that might not look like you, might not sound like you, don't exactly do the things that you feel like you want to do, whether it's in taste or whether it's in just the principle of the matter, or in what is it? It's not coming to me. Or in title, you see so many things that just don't. You know what? But go ahead. go ahead. I'm encouraging you to step out and do whatever that thing is that you want to showcase, and may it be a blessing to you and it bless others. Open up and just step out. Just do it. Because when you look at what she's doing, what he's doing, what they're doing, how it looks, I don't know, how they're dressed, how they sound. When you look at all of those things, yeah, and I've posted many times, and many of us can attest to, don't compare, don't compete, just be yourself. Just be yourself. And this isn't it. I'll be back. But the interviews, as I've shared before, the interviews on Monday will no longer take place as has been the recipe and the manuscript. There'll be some different things going on, but do subscribe to Chat with Kat and Friends, because we will be there. We will be there, and there'll be awesome content added to the channel day in and day out, daily, weekly, however that should look. Touch the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time great information is added. I am just excited on tonight, and prayerfully my guests will be with us here soon. It is so awesome to just connect with people. I have no problem speaking to people, reaching out, introducing myself, connecting, even sharing my story. I have no problems with that or any ill givings about that, because we're all different. Nobody is the same. I don't have all the right answers, but I've made some good choices and I made some good selections. Nothing is perfect, so don't even, it's not going to be perfect, you guys. Whatever it is that what you start out doing, prayerfully, it's going to improve, especially if you keep on doing it, and there's some kind of consistency in it, and you get better at it as you pray about it. Keep moving, keep working, keep pushing, keep pouring in, investing in yourself in conferences, workshops, networking events, and things of that nature, and just your connections. Watch your connections. Hey, our Sunday message from Pastor Stephen Lawrence, head of pastor of Abundant Harvest Ministries, on Sunday. Check your connections. They should be adding to you in some kind of way. Definitely not pulling away, definitely not pulling anything from you, but adding to you in some kind of way. And we pray that that is reciprocal. You're getting and giving, and they're getting and giving just as well. And it might not all happen at the same time, because sometimes I think what I've learned along the way is we all have our seasons, right? Sometimes you might be the giver, and then sometimes you might be the one who has to be poured in, and then you got to sit back sometimes, relax, be still, and collect all of that to replenish, right? Get refurbished a little bit, if you will, like this fine machinery that we are, but definitely not machines, but just the refinery that we are, that God has implanted in us to be growers, to be creative, to just look forward and think forward. There's so many other things that kind of steer us into another way, and take us in all of these different directions. But thankfully, he has the master plan. And when we line up with him, we pray to him, we go to him, we read his word, we try, try, try. And then and we're repenting along the way, because we're not perfect, and God knows, he knows that there is nothing perfect about us. So I'm just thankful on tonight to be before you. I pray that if you're not watching this tonight, then when you watch it tomorrow night, next week, next year, perhaps, it will touch you in a most profound way and give you the empowerment and inspiration that you need for that day, for that moment. And it might just be for that season of your life that you're in. Take a look at all of the different episodes that are on here, because I've had many different professionals come on and share, just pouring in with the same mind of transformation, the same mind of just connecting and wanting to let you know what's going on, and the truth about this and the truth about that, and who they are intrinsically and authentically. I am so thankful for that on tonight. I'm thankful for all who have joined us. Yes. Thankful for all who have joined us, all who have taken part in any way, many of which were my family or are my family, many of which are in fact my friends, right? That and we've shared some many relatable times together. Could be at lunch, could be at dinner, just hanging out, whatever the case may be, and some new connections along the way. I am so blessed, you guys. I am so blessed, and I pray that you are too. I pray that this Wellness Wednesday, you know and feel that you are blessed as well, that you are vital to this society. There is so much of you that this world needs, that greatness that God has deposited in you, that you might sit back and feel like it's not important, it doesn't matter, nobody cares. Yes, I have this great idea, but what up, don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. Pray on it, write down, and it doesn't have to be long. Whisper it. Look, pray about it. Get in your prayer closet. Get on your knees about that thing, especially if you're compelled and if you're pressed and God is like really moving on you to do this or that. With the gifts that He has given you, He has a plan, and He will not leave you like out at sea with no paddle to get back, or any kind of situation like that without the means that you need. Now, you might not get all of the right, and many of you can attest to that. You might not get all of it at one time, but He'll definitely give you what you need just when you need it. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. I'm sure many of you can relate in some way, shape, or form. You might be like, yeah, today that happened to me today. It could be last week or last year, or a certain project that you were working in or working through at the time of your season that you were going through, right? And it could be a long time, and it can be something short, but God be praised for all that He's doing in your life and of your life. I'm going to take a quick break real quick. Let me find out what this message is. It just popped up. Let me see, because I believe my guest might be trying to contact me, you guys, but stay with us. Stay with me. I pray that you just hang in there, and we will be back in just a moment. Hey, you guys still there? Thank you so much for hanging in there. It was an important message from my guest on tonight. So she should be joining us shortly. I am so excited for you to meet her, to learn of like some of the great things that she's doing in this earth to make sure that there is great sound, positive impact in us and men, women, children, boys, girls, everybody. So stand by. Some of you may know her, some of you may know Shaniqua Cousins, and some of you may not. But you're gonna know who she is on tonight. After we leave here on this evening, you will definitely know who she is. Look, and prayerfully you'll connect with her. Look, you guys, connection. That's what it's all about, and collaboration. So I'm just so wonderfully honored to have had the opportunity to sit with so many people, talk with you about what it is that you do professionally in your corporation, in your businesses, in your organization, and all of those great things. How you are just not even single-handedly, because of course it takes a team. It takes a team to do so many other things that we do. But it may start out in a single sense. You're trying to moving things around and getting things together and coordinating, collaborating with one another. It's just a wonderful and fabulous thing. So I'm going to bring on Shaniqua Cousins. Yeah.
I was like, I don't see it. I have to get on here.
No worries, no worries.
How
No
are
worries
you?
at all. Nothing was going to stop this, okay? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing was going to stop this. Nothing was going to stop this great meeting. It is so wonderful, and it's just an honor to sit here and speak with you. Just as many of my past guests, this is just so wonderful. I'm just so thankful for your presence here on tonight, Miss Shaniqua Cousins. Tell us about you.
Oh, it's an honor, really an honor to be here. And I never take it lightly whenever you have an opportunity like this to just sit and chat and
Yes,
share what you have. So it's just my honor and pleasure. In a nutshell, a lot of things go down in my kitchen because as you've put in your chat, I'm a certified health and life coach. But at the end of the day, I just care about people transforming their lives, right? And so a lot of that transformation happens in my kitchen in real time. A lot of that transformation, when I'm a Southern girl, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina originally. And so cooking and just being amongst family and friends and fellowship
yeah,
and just having, just good, wholesome conversations always happened in our kitchen. And
yeah,
so, being the Southern girl that I am, I continue that in my kitchen. So, I do a lot of transformation of lives from the kitchen. So I like to say as a coach, I get to transform people from the inside out, whether or not I'm cooking or I'm talking to you, just talking to your spirit and just, edifying and doing things of that nature. So that's really who I am in a nutshell.
yeah. Wow. You know what? A lot of what you just said, it just resonates with me. And look, guys, I just want to let you know that everything, all the links, Shaniqua's information will be in the description section, so please check that, her Facebook, Instagram, and we'll give it toward the end of the show. But we want to thank you so much for joining us on tonight. Thank you so very much. If you want to chime in, hey, you may be close
Yeah.
buddies. It might be, look, your girl, your male friend, whoever. If you're there, say hello. We love shout outs, and this is just an empowerment time, and an inspirational time. And I'm so thankful, Shaniqua, that you had the time to be here.
I
Um,
know.
Thank you. It was all kind of hey, can you do this, and can you I don't, it was a lot,
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
just
all
glad.
good. It's all
Yes.
good. I was on, like you're always if you don't have to if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right?
No,
And
no.
so I was literally on vacation. I just came back into the real world today.
Mhm.
So this is part of me coming back into the real world. So I just took time to unplug. So the timing was perfect. And I'm normally in my kitchen during this time. So I said, why not? Let me turn a couple lights, hit this button, and here I am.
Look, I love how that all goes together too. You said it goes down in your
Yeah,
kitchen when you're with family and friends, and you get to transform people from the inside out, right? From making
yeah,
them feel good on the inside, and then that great conversation, just letting them know, that they are somebody, you
yeah.
are vital, all of those great things. But look, I want you to share with us some of the other things you guys, her list of great things that you sow into this earth. It's just so wonderful. And when you go on her website, and I'm sure you guys will, when you go on her website, you will just be empowered. Just looking at her picture
Oh,
empowers you. Just looking at her picture empowers you. So tell us some of the other. You are a health and
mhm.
life coach.
Yep,
You're an author. I
yeah.
want you to tell us about sexy, wait a minute, sexy moms rock.
Sexy moms rock.
I want you, yes.
So, like you were saying earlier, I really started out on this by myself. I really did. I didn't know where
Hmm.
everything would blossom to. And really, what happened is I was just brave enough to take the next step. And so
Yeah.
every day I'm taking the next step. And what happened was back in 2003, I was transitioning from the Navy, so I'm a Navy girl. And so I mean, not 2003, 2006. And I stayed home for a while with my daughter, and I said, okay, well, what do I want to do when I grow up, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so that's when I published my first book, and the title of the book is Life Experiences, Preparation, and Purpose.
Yeah.
Had no idea what I was doing, didn't know how to publish, didn't know anything about it. But what I did was I had a dream, and I had that desire on my heart. And so I put pen to paper. I wrote for several months, got the book self-published, and that was the beginning of this journey that's still unfolding. And
Wow.
so I heard TD Jakes say one time that if it's not the thing, it's the thing that'll lead you to the thing. And so from publishing that book, what I realized is that I didn't know how to sell. I had never been in business. And so it doesn't come natural to me to try to just sell things, right? But what
Hmm.
I found was that when I was going out trying to sell books, I loved having conversations with people, which I
Right.
always did. I had a conversation.
Hmm.
So I was doing more talking than selling. And
Right.
so then I figured out, well, people aren't really buying the books, but they're listening. So I started working my way on different scenes and saying, hey, I could speak if you bought XYZ books, right? So that
Right.
became like my strategy. And then my speaking career kind of blossomed. And
Hmm.
so I've never been shy about being on stage. I've never been shy about getting before a crowd. So that kind of thing is natural to me, right? And
Hmm.
so it went from selling my first book to speaking. And now I'm speaking on stages large and small, and I've even created my
Awesome.
own stage. And I have the Women Seeking Purpose Living Dreams experience, and so that's
Hmm.
my own conference. Because as I'm going to different conferences, that thing on the inside is like, I wonder if I could do this too,
Right.
And so
Right.
I'm in my third year of hosting my own women's conference in my hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. And ultimately, what I landed on was the notion of if you seek God's purpose for your life, you'll ultimately live out the dreams and desires that are on your heart. And that is the thread that has continued to evolve in my life. And so from publishing the first book to the fourth book, which the Sexy Mom Rock was one of those books. It was a collaboration. The radio host Denise Hill she's up in PG County. We got together
Okay.
and we collaborated. So I got on that book with her, and I've also published my first cookbook last year. And so
Wow.
actually it's been 2 years. Let me look. I just so happen to have it. Let me grab it.
Go and grab that book. You guys, I pray that you are getting all of these great nuggets that Shaniqua is sharing with us. She did not stop, kept
Yeah,
on going, and it's still going.
yeah. And
That's
so
your cookbook? That was
yeah,
your
this is my
cookbook?
cookbook. It's Shaniqua Cousins flavored with love. And
Wow. That's
so
awesome.
it's all my country cooking and
Yeah.
health, wellness tips and all the nine. But what I figured out really was, I learned how to do business, and I combined it with what I love and believe that God has called me to do. And
Right.
so whether it's speaking, whether it's publishing, whether it's hosting a conference, I allow the truth of who I am to be expressed in multiple ways, is what I like to say. And so
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic, what I also did, I got certified as a health and life coach because I had been doing it for so long
Right.
unofficially.
Mm-hmm.
I actually took time. It's been 2 years now that I got the actual certification, and I'm, seeing private clients in my coaching business. And at the end of the day, I like to tell people that the difference between a coach and a therapist, if you would, is that with therapy, with coaching, it's assumed that your mental health is stable, if you would, right? And so a
Mm-hmm.
coach is a person that can help you to become unstuck. And
Right.
so it's based on the goals and the desires that you have. Because most time people know what to do, we just don't always do it. So
Right.
it's out of fear, intimidation, lack of confidence, whatever it may be. So a coach is a person that can help you get from where you are to where you ultimately want to be. And so
Exactly.
that's what I do, here in my kitchen or in my office, or
I
whether I'm
love
doing
it.
it like this here, if we're talking,
Yeah.
I ultimately transform lives, and coaching is one of those mechanisms.
Wow, this is so awesome, you guys. You have to know, if you are familiar with Chat with Cat and Friends, or you're just familiar with me. You might not even be too familiar with the YouTube channel, but if you are familiar with me, then you know that this is right up my alley. She's hit everything I say, like that's the mantra. You just keep
Yeah.
on going. I mean, God is so good. Let me let you guys know um that I met Shaniqua on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
On LinkedIn. Saw her profile and I read through some of her stuff and I was like, man, and now it's like, you get to meet so many people, so
Yeah.
many people, it's just wide open in social media, and
Yeah.
you don't know, well, if you dive in a little bit, you get to know where they're from and all of these things. But I didn't know where you were from. All I
Yeah.
know is I saw a few of your posts. I'm like, I need to reach out to her. I need to touch base with her and have you on the show, because I've had many mental health professionals and
Mhm.
mental health therapists and things of that nature. This is Wellness Wednesday, so I'm like, I'm geeked. I'm like real geeked up right now, because I'm like, this is just the most. This is the most because um it just feel like it was just so wonderfully orchestrated, and not by me, because
Yeah.
it kind
Yeah.
of happened last minute. It was like, it was last minute, but then it wasn't. It started
Yeah.
weeks ago, but then it was also last minute at the same
Yeah.
time. But God is so good when it just all comes together. When it just
I
all
know.
comes together, and it's like, wow, okay, so we're really here and we're really doing this. And you said the word unstuck.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I had a guest on here, Kevin Graham, who just launched his show on Awesome Guard Radio. You guys tuned in
Oh.
with him, I think, on Tuesday nights. I'll get that right and put it in the description section. But Kevin Graham, yes, Kevin Graham Enterprises
Okay.
LLC, and that's Apostle Graham. He's just so wonderful, and he used that word
Hmm.
unstuck. And it's a word that I've used from time to time, but it hasn't been, in my requiem, as they say,
Hmm.
so to speak. But you said that word, and it just to me, I don't know how you guys feel. Tell me, look, tell me,
Look,
tell
tell
me
us.
how you guys feel about unstuck. What is that? It just, when you said it to me, it just made me feel like it's an opportunity to be free. Because how many times have you
Mhm.
felt, or you might feel right now, like you're stuck in a situation, you're stuck in a rut, you're stuck at a job that you don't like, you're stuck like in your mind. I've been stuck before, so I can
Mhm.
appreciate the unstuck things of life. I can appreciate that a whole lot. Can you share with us any of your personal experiences, or an experience that you were stuck, and you needed help and you got
Yeah.
unstuck? Can you share with us anything,
Yeah. So so let me say it before I even go into my own personal experience. But typically, people are, it's fear. It really just comes
Hmm.
down to fear, and so
Absolutely.
it's fear of the unknown. It's fear of of being outside of your comfort zone is fear of failure. There's so many fears that we have, right?
So
And
many.
just naturally people cling to safety, right? We want to feel safe. We want to
Familiarity,
feel like we're
yes.
a part of something, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so it comes down to fear at the top, and then not having a level of trust within yourself. And so no action is action too.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
being stuck, if you're not making a decision, you're literally taking action because you're just stagnated. And so for me, I've had so many areas of my life that I felt stuck, and I just didn't allow myself the truth of who I am. And by doing that, I just stayed in scenarios, I stayed in situations that I had outgrown, that I knew wasn't deserving of my time and energy. And when it really comes down to it, I had to make a decision that what I wanted and what I knew and where I was headed was much greater. And I just
Mm-hmm.
had to be brave to take one step. All
Yeah.
it took was one step. And
One.
the thing about it is that sometimes we wait to feel motivated, right? And I like to tell people that there's a difference between motivation and discipline. And so motivation is a feeling. And the thing about motivation is that we wait to feel it, we probably won't feel it. But if you discipline yourself to take action, the motivation will catch up.
Will come.
And
Okay.
so you will, and then motivation begets motivation begets motivation. So you
Yeah.
don't wait to feel motivated, you motivate yourself so that you can be motivated. And so the discipline around that is giving yourself a command and doing it. It's
Yeah.
just really,
Mm-hmm.
it's simple, but it's not easy.
It's right.
See, we
Very,
look for we
very.
look for easy. We're
Mm-hmm.
like, it can't be that simple. It is.
Right.
It really is.
It
But
really
it's
is.
not easy. And see, where there's no ease, we feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We feel uncomfortable. We inhibit ourselves from really moving toward our truth. And so naturally, let me just go a little sciencey on you for a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains, our critter brains tell us to like that fight or flight is real, right?
It's
And
very real.
so when we feel when we feel unsafe, when we feel fear, our brain is saying, hey, you better stay here, girlfriend. Because
That's right.
that's not going, and so we will take a couple of steps and we'll feel uncomfortable and it's like, oh
And
no, I
then we're
better
back
get
up.
back here.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do? We go back. I like to give my clients an example of thinking about a pole and a rubber
Mm-hmm.
band around your waist. And the further you get away from the thing that makes you feel comfortable, the tighter the rubber band becomes. That tightness is symbolic of the discomfort, right?
Yeah.
And so when we feel the discomfort, what do? We swing back. If
Mm-hmm.
we just keep going past it, the fear, the feeling, and eventually the band will pop and we'll
Yeah.
get distance between the thing that held us and where we want to go. And so a lot of times we come back, but if we just give ourselves the distance between the thing, you won't even really remember the feeling if you would. We won't even want it because we'll
Right.
be so close to the other thing, the other new
Right.
norm, and all of the other goodness that comes with it. But we just have to push past the fear.
Wow. You guys, this is free right here on Chat with Cat and Friends. And so many of these interviews just like this. But you guys, we are here with Shaniqua Cousins, certified life and health coach,
Mhm.
author, speaker, U.S. Navy. I mean, what don't you do? What don't you do? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. But
Uh,
and you have a lovely daughter. How old is your daughter?
She's 17 years old, so
Awesome.
she will be 18 this September, and we're in a new season of life because she'll be graduating soon. So it's so different. It's so different now.
Wow, this is
Yeah.
so awesome. This is so awesome, you guys. I was telling you, I met Shaniqua on LinkedIn and just reached out to her. I had to make that connection. So I would love for you guys to grab hold of everything and even watch it again, rewind and listen to what Shaniqua has said again. We're not going to hold you here too long tonight, so I'm not going to like marinate on everything because sometimes I can and I do, and it's well worth it. So if you go back a little bit and just re-listen to, because I love I love your metaphor of the rubber band.
Mm-hmm.
Because and what I was thinking of, and I was like, that is so. Not only is it true, but it's symbolic in that the rubber band stretches with you.
Yes.
You don't realize that it's going to
Mm-hmm.
stretch with you, and eventually, once you outgrow it, and
That's it.
once it comes to its end, it's going to pop, and you're still going to keep going in the
Mm-hmm.
direction you were going in. If you don't, go back and be pulled back in that fear, you aren't so attracted to it and whatnot. But I love that it stretches with you. It can.
Yeah.
It has the ability to stretch with you. And if you go, it's gonna go. And once it's done and over with, and
That's
it's
it.
gone, and you're still going. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
And what we just had, and at the end of the day, it comes down to making a decision.
Hmm.
Indecision just takes up a lot of our energy. And
It does.
so that's why a dual certification in health and life coaching is crucial, because typically your life goes where your health goes, and your health goes where your life goes, right? And so when you are in indecision, you're taking up a lot of your energy, and you don't have time to do the workout. You don't have
Right.
time to be present. You don't have time to be the mother. You don't have time to be the wife, and so on and so forth. And that
Right.
just causes a lot of dis-ease in our bodies, right? And so when we have dis-ease in our bodies, we typically,
Hmm.
our bodies are literally breaking down from the inside out. And when we don't have the vitality and the energy to just live life, we typically just check out. You
I
check
love
out.
this. I love this woman right here, y'all. I'm saying it right here, right now. Right here, right now. Look, you guys, connect,
Yeah.
especially if you're feeling in any type of way, disheveled, you're in a fearful place or anything like that. I mean, life skills, life coaching, this is what we do. This is what we do. And this is why I have this platform. I understand how let's see, I understand how important, how paramount and important it is, because I've been there, that person who was stuck.
Yeah.
And not to say that there has been growth, but to say that it was easy, nope, not to say that at all. But just as Shaniqua said, it's a hard thing. And that's why it's worth that investment, because it does steal so much of your energy
Yeah.
and your time. And you feel like, I can't, I won't. And you think of all of these other things that you don't want to do. But you guys, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to come back with you guys again and again and again. I just know that we're going to team up again on something. I don't know what yet, but we
Yeah.
will. Look, we will, and it will be publicized. But God is good. Share with us some of the platforms on your website. You
Mhm.
mentioned some of the platforms, either that you had the opportunity to speak on, or that you yourself, kind of spearheaded and made it what it was. Tell us about
Oh
some of
yeah,
those.
I'm drawing a blank now when I think of some of the platforms, but the opportunities to share the authentic, just share my authentic self, has,
Hmm.
over the years. I mean, I'm telling you, it's been so great,
Yeah.
so rewarding. And up and down the East Coast, virtually on different talk shows and radio shows, and it's just been so rewarding. And then for my own personal platforms, I do it in a couple of different ways. I host a live talk show in my kitchen every month, and so I have guests that come through. So we definitely have to do something together. And the
Awesome.
purpose of the show is really, it's really engaging in conversation over a meal. And so
Hmm.
I'm cooking live. We're sharing information, inspiration, and health and wellness. And then again, in person, my actual women's conference is held in Charleston, South Carolina, and we're working on a Maryland tour as well. And so that's literally breaking news here for the first time. And so
Yay!
I'm in works right now to make that happen. So we're looking at doing a 2-city tour. So this is uncharted territory for me, and I feel very uncomfortable. And so I'm going to be breaking my own rubber band. But if people want to get in touch, definitely ShaniquaCousins.com is my platform. You can sign up for my newsletter there, and I'm on all the social medias. as Shaniqua
Yes,
Cousins, and so I'm really honored to do things like this because you're speaking into the lives of people, and at the end of the day, we
absolutely.
have a heart for people.
Yeah.
All opportunities are great opportunities. So yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
I'm excited about what you just shared concerning your conference.
Yep.
Concerning your conference and what you do in your kitchen. You said you have a monthly kind of chat, and a few people come on through, and you
Mhm.
did you now it's no big deal if you
Yeah.
didn't, but I'm going to ask live right here.
There
But
we go.
have you had a chance to take a look at Tabitha Brown,
Mhm.
Mary J. Blige? Have you had a chance to watch that yet? It's a YouTube.
I saw a couple of snippets of it. I saw the one with Tabitha Brown, which I love her. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, my cousin is friends with her, which I didn't
Oh,
know until like recently. So it's so funny. I was like, you know
right.
how you're connected to people, but I love her. And I saw an episode when they were at the restaurant and the one with Mary J. Blige. I did see a little bit. I love it. And that's really what I do in my kitchen every
Man. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
what it
it's
sounds like. But oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. It's so awesome. If you have not seen it, sit down and watch the whole thing. I want to look, and that's the kind of thing that I wanted to do tonight, or in some way, shape, or form, just talk about what you think of that and all of those kind of things. I mean, I think
yeah.
it's just wonderful when when you sit and you have these conversations, and to just see them as notable, like people with notoriety,
Mhm.
and just being just true and authentic in whatever it was, because they had questions, they were answering
Yeah.
questions. But anyway, back to you. Back to you. It is just so awesome to have you here on tonight. I'm just gonna just keep on thanking you, because you certainly didn't have to say yes. Especially just coming back from vacation, and when you texted me that, I was like, "Yay, vacay!" And yay to chat with Kat and friends, because
Yeah.
we get to see you, and we get to sit with you and just vibe and get some of that expertise that you have to offer. So do you have women's services and men's services? What are
Mhm.
the specific demographics that you serve, or if there are any limits? What is it? Tell us
Yeah.
who you
So
serve.
I have my demographics are women and men, primarily women, and from typically the age range is early 20s to late 50s is the
Okay.
demographics that I'm typically serving, and so a lot of that is based on people, just starting out in life. Like I have several college students, people
Yeah.
starting out in life, starting their careers, starting families, or just transitioning into different seasons of their lives. But
Right.
primarily my niche are women. I dipped into the men just through virtue of people just want to be unstuck. People want to be
Right.
unstuck, and they want tools to help them get to where they want to go. And so that's what life coaching really is. It's let me
Got
help you get to where you want
awesome.
to go. And yeah.
Awesome. And you're physically located where, and do you offer virtual services as well? Do you have virtual options? Where are you
Yeah.
located?
So I'm physically located down in Southern Maryland, and
Hmm.
I have in person and virtual. And so a lot of my clients prefer to do it virtually. So we have conversations over Zoom or over the telephone. And
Hmm.
so and then I also have in person where someone can come in and see me in my office.
Awesome. Wow. And when I spoke to you earlier, when I was telling you guys just now, we met on LinkedIn. I had no idea that she was right here in Maryland. I'm like, oh my gosh, isn't that a coincidence? Isn't that a coincidence? Because you could have been anywhere. You could have been in Wisconsin for all I knew,
Yeah,
for all
exactly.
I knew, or California or something. I didn't know. So it was just wonderful to find out that you are right here in Maryland. Leonardtown, Maryland,
Yep,
is your
Leonardtown. Mhm.
physical location. And wow, I'm just bubbling over, happy and overjoyed. So now look, and I had to write it down so
Yeah,
that I could. Now, did you host, or were you a part of the platform Sexy Moms Rock? What
yeah.
happened there? Tell us about that.
So
And how long ago was it?
yeah, so the Sexy Moms Rock, the part of it was the book. So we did a book called My Name is Mommy. And
Yeah.
so it was stories of motherhoods. And so as far as the platform, that was a product that they produced. And so
Okay.
it was a collaboration of different moms, and really moms just sharing their stories and memories of motherhood. And so I participated in that book collab, and we
Mhm.
got a chance to do a tour to sell the books and share our stories in that way. So that's really what that was. And so
Wow.
it's not my organization.
Mhm.
A platform that I participated in.
Right, right.
Yeah.
How awesome. How
Yeah.
awesome. So it says, like, I want to say in your bio, I didn't read her bio, you guys, but I went on the website, and all the information for Shaniqua Cousins is on her
Yeah.
website. It is delightful. You get to kind of glean from and know some of the intricacies of who you are and how you do what you do. So can you share with us how did it start out? Now, you're a prior U.S. Navy
Yep.
military service member. So
Hmm.
how did that come about? Do you have other service members in your family?
No, I was my grandfather was actually in the Navy. And so it wasn't like a conversation of, okay, now your turn to go in.
Right.
It was, okay, what are we going to do next? Like, what are you doing? So I went down, literally went with my friend, and I was in JROTC growing up. I mean, when I was in high school, but that was Army ROTC. But my
Hmm.
friend needed a ride to the recruiting station. I gave her a ride, and then I took a ride to boot camp. So we went in on, next thing I know, we went in on a buddy program, and
Hmm.
that was a wrap. And we were in boot camp together, and she got orders to Florida and I got orders to Maine. I said, now what
Hmm.
kind of buddy program is this? I didn't even know, I'm looking at the thing like, Maine, I can't leave the country. I'm 18. I can't. Oh, that's here. That's here in the US. So that's how that whole thing came about. But I tell you, it was probably the best adult experience and decision that I made. Not experience, but decision, because it
Yeah.
was so pivotal to help with the unfolding of the story of mine, right? And so I learned so many things in the Navy. And being a Southern girl, I learned so much about different cultures and different people, and the mission of the Navy, and
Right.
the camaraderie and the different cultures. I was exposed to so much. I
Yeah.
ate great food, and so that's like a part of what I do in the cookbook, is I talk about the experiences of connecting to people through food. And so it's not just my Southern cooking in here. It's through experiences that I've had that have inspired me to cook different things. And
Wow.
so I just believe that food is a connector. And
Mhm.
so yeah, and that's part of my Navy story. But I loved being in the Navy, and I did it. And the decision to get out of the Navy was just really based on the fact that I had made rank pretty quickly, and then I had my daughter. And so it was at that moment of, okay, do I stay or do I go? And I made a
Right.
decision to go, but otherwise
Mhm.
I would still be there. And I actually still support the Navy by day. And so
Mhm.
I'm still a part of it as a
Mhm.
civilian, but I'm not in the Navy. So I get the opportunity to still serve our country.
Yes. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for your service. Thank you so much for all that you do. And I know it has shaped you greatly, just as most service people, my service as well as a United States Air Force veteran. I'm just so thankful for that. Look, and that was another thing that I got to pick
Yeah.
up on. And I'm like, yes, yes, I knew it. I knew it. We are supposed to be
Yeah.
connected. God is so great in all that He does. You guys, if you are just joining us, we are about to start wrapping it up here, but I have had the wonderful opportunity to sit and chat with. You've had the wonderful opportunity to hear from Shaniqua Cousins, life and health coach,
Mhm.
author, speaker, U.S. Navy veteran. I mean, cook, host, all of these great, amazing things. A woman of God, mom. I mean, server. You're just a transformer. And I just totally appreciate all that God has put in you, that you have, look, and you're still unleashing. He's still
Yeah.
helping you to unleash that. So and you've done so much already, but God be praised for where you are going, all of the many things that you may be doing that's up ahead. May it be blessed, and everyone that is connected to you in your look within your family. Sometimes it's not within the bloodline. So all of those
Yeah.
connections, may they continuously be blessed. You guys, the links will be in the description section. We can look at how many shows that trip me up every time saying that description section.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a blooper reel going or something like that. But Shaniqua, can you let us know, like, what are some last, like, notes or nuggets of wisdom that you would like to leave with us, leave with the people, whether it be life, health, wealth, because your health is your wealth, right? You guys have heard that before. Leave us with some nuggets, or one or two nuggets
Mhm.
that you kind of share, just, and it's just off the cuff, like, this is what I believe in, this works. Can you share something with us?
Yeah. Well, number one for me, and I said it earlier, that if you seek purpose, what am I here for? What is the
Mhm.
intent of my life? If we seek that, it gives us a direction in which we're and where we shall go, right? And so without purpose, without direction, we're just out here. We're not really making progress because we're not settled within. So seek purpose.
Right.
And if you seek purpose, you will ultimately live out the dreams and desires that are on your heart. And so that's the tagline for my business. It's the tagline for my life. It's literally have it patented because I truly believe that. And it's based out
Yeah.
of Jeremiah 29. And
Hmm.
so, again, if you seek purpose, you will live dreams. And so, in that same vein of living dreams, you live from the inside out. So you
Hmm.
experience life from the inside out. Everything that you want is already on the inside of you. And so figure out, get really in tune and discipline yourself enough to force yourself past the fear. And if we can force ourselves past the fear, we get to experience life like never before. We get to experience the life we were intended to have. And then I wouldn't be a good coach if I didn't say, if you need help with that, don't be afraid to get help with that. And so that's what coaches are here for. We're here to help you live the life that you ultimately well, good coaches, how about that? Let me just go. Good coaches want you to live the life you are intended to live. And a big
Right.
part of that is helping you to really push past the fear and ultimately get to your goals. And so if you need help with that, I'm here to help. ShaniquaCousins.com. We can have a conversation about what that looks like, because at the end of the day, I have a heart to see people's lives transformed from the inside out.
Absolutely. Wow. You guys, I pray that you got all those nuggets. Go back, rewind and listen to again, take some notes. Definitely connect with Shaniqua Cousins. There have been so many, a plethora of, yup, and I'll say the word plethora. There have been a plethora of just therapeutic resources right here on Chat with Kat and Friends. It's just been an honor to chat with you, to learn a little bit about your story. And before we go, was there
Mhm.
anything that you just knew that you wanted to share, and maybe you didn't have a chance to, or we didn't share of it? Then you can go ahead and do that right now, or go ahead and give us your contact information.
Okay.
You gave some of it, but finish giving all of your contact information, and those things, you guys, will be in the description section. But if there is anything that you weren't able to share, Shaniqua, you can do that right now. I do
Okay.
not want to leave without, if there was something that you really, wanted to make sure you made a point of getting across, please do that now.
Primarily, it's not feeling ashamed to reach out to get help from people. And so the plethora of resources that you've provided, don't feel shame in reaching out and getting the help that you need to get to live the life you want to live. And
Mhm.
so if that's me, great. ShaniquaCousins.com is where you can find me. And from there, you see all of my social media hangouts, my email address, all of the things. You can book an appointment with me on my calendar right there on my website. But the primary way to get in contact with me is ShaniquaCousins.com. And I'll gladly support you. Uh, help and give accountability so that you ultimately get results.
Amen. Look, you
Yeah.
guys, there it is. You have it. You have all of a lot of the information that you need. I'm gonna say all of it. I'm gonna say all of it because there are certainly a lot more people that you can grab hold of. But right here on Chat with Kat and Friends, you were overloaded with inspiration and empowerment. I pray that you make that connection if need be. And yes, it is so paramount not to feel ashamed when you need or require extra additional help, assistance, support, and all of those things. That's what people like us are here for. So definitely connect with Shaniqua because she has the tools. She's got the heart of transformation for every life. That's what it sounds like. That's what I hear. You have the heart of transformation for every life to be better and better, to help you reach your better, right? Because sometimes in that stuck position, we sometimes feel like that it's not going to be better, but she has that transformation recipe, and it's in her heart and in her intent to help you reach your higher self and your higher high, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Shaniqua, for joining us on tonight. Share, share, share. Touch that the subscription button and that notification bell, you guys. Shaniqua, good night. Thank you so, so very much. We will stay connected and stay
Definitely.
in touch, Queen. Thank you for your time, for giving of yourself, for sharing your profession with us and all of the things that make you. And I'm sure there's so much more. So we'll have to have another conversation about that. You guys, yes, that will be coming up. Thank you, Shaniqua.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the work that you're doing. You're literally changing lives too with this
Look,
platform.
this is global
Yeah.
impact. That's what we're
Yeah.
shooting for. God be praised. I'll see you later, Queen. Have a good night.
Okay. Alrighty. Take care.
Bye bye. Wow, that was so awesome. I pray that you guys were empowered and inspired. That look, and that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Look, I put my quotes up, but I didn't really need them. But that's what we do here on Chat with Kat and Friends. So subscribe to the channel, touch that notification bell, especially if there was any information given here tonight or in any of the other interviews or episodes or what have you. There have been some specialty shows. Great Dads. I had Great Dads premiered on last, a tribute to dads on last year. Dads are wonderful and awesome. We're still in the month of June. And I was just saying accolades to Happy Father's Day to every father out there, every man out there stepping up and doing your best. It's not about so much. It can't be really all tangled up into how much you have, but your presence is so much needed. Your presence, your positive presence is so much needed in your child's life on today. That's dads and moms alike, because there are some absent moms out there too. So you know what? We want to just give a big shout out just for parents right now to, to just do what you need to do. Step up and do what you need to do for your kids in a positive manner. And in many of those cases, sometimes when there is absence, then there is additional support measures that need to take place, additional connections that need to take place. There might even be therapeutic needs that need to be enhanced and revitalized and things of that nature. If so, please don't be ashamed to reach out to someone for that help, for that support. We all need it from time to time. Some of us in the different seasons of our lives need it more than others at times. And sometimes those who don't need it so much right now, in another time may need it more greatly. You just never know. But in your day and in your time of need, please, please, please reach out. In my last my last posting, I want to say it was sometime last week. I did a pop-up, but it's the previous video to this one that's going to show up on my channel. Touch that one and go into the description section, if you will. It's a bunch of information there: suicide prevention, betterhealth.com, it's all of this information there to help us to just grab hold of who we are, right? Grab hold of who we are, get better acquainted with our emotions, where you kind of learn how to have emotion control. That's a big one for me. That's the box that I'm on right now, is emotion control, because it just seems like we're lacking so much of that as people in so many different regions and parts of the world and of this earth. Practice great emotion control and get strengthened in the area of emotion control, so that we can make better decisions along the way, whether we're in deep situations or not, whether it's a situation that you called upon, and made your own bed and now it's time to lay in it. It could be one of those situations, or it could be a situation that was just placed upon you due to the situation, due to people making those decisions, right? At any rate, it's a tough place to be. So may we exercise greater emotion control, greater confidence and self-esteem, and all of those things. And that's what people like Shaniqua Cousins, Kevin Graham, myself, with Renee, oh my gosh, are out there helping to push you doing. And there's so many more names. I hate dropping names sometimes, because when you don't say one, it's like, ugh. But there's so many others out there who are pushing for you, who are fighting for you, who are praying for you on a daily basis, that you continue to just get up. My girlfriend Whitney had her single release on Sunday, and my goodness, Shaniqua said something that took me right back to that, and I meant to kind of piggyback off of it, and I certainly did not. But at any rate, she made the statement. She made it a point to let us know her testimony of, if she wakes up, thank you, Lord. If she gets to stand up and put her feet on the ground, it's like a process, moment by moment. And when you find yourself doing one thing, and you can do the next thing, and there's graciousness and gratefulness in every process of just waking up, of just getting up, having that strength and intuitiveness and will within to go, right? To go from one step to the next, to get up, to walk to the bathroom, to get in a shower, to do the things that you need to do to make yourself vibrant for the day, right? All of those things. And for some of us, it's a struggle. It can be a struggle at times to just get up out of the bed. Those things are not going, by the wayside, and it's not seen to be light. And it should be taken very, very seriously. So take your time with things, take your time with matters, talk things through, you guys. Talk them through to the point of greater understanding, to the point of greater compassion and greater consideration for the other person. But at any rate, that was an awesome interview. I pray that you were empowered. Touch that subscription, touch that subscription button and that notification bell, so that every time information is added, you will be in the know. Send in to me your flyers for upcoming events. If you have summer programs for youth, with Baltimore and beyond, not just here, but everywhere. We are worldwide and global. We are on the World Wide Web. This is the worldwide internet. So you guys let me know. I can post it on my page, on my channel, post it on my Facebook page, Chat with Cat and Friends. Do like my channel, and all of the content on it. If you've been on the show, hey, post up a review for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And those others who are passers by, they would appreciate it as well. If you've been a guest on the show, if there's anything that you like about the show, if you want to see something different, there have been many professions that have not been represented. I'm so gracious and thankful for all of those who have graced the platform with your presence, with your expertise, as has been shared earlier prior to the interview. Thank you so, so very much to the chefs, to the playwrights, the authors, the everybody, the health professionals, the physical fitness professionals. Check it out, you guys, the CEOs and business owners sharing with us the tips and tools that they use and how they got past some of the stuckisms in their lives, because we all can go through some things like that when we feel like we're stuck. And some additional help with those things, hey, sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it. And in most cases, you do. And coming up alongside someone who has been there and who has done it, and to see them in a successful place, can add to your empowerment, can add to your inspiration, to let you know that you can do it. It's going to take some time, yep, and it's not going to be easy and all of those things, but you can, but God, but I can, I did, I showed up, and I just pressed. So thank you so, so very much. If you guys would like to connect with me, you can do so at Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. Chat with Kat and Friends on Facebook and on Instagram, and Emerging to Wellness on Instagram and on Facebook as well. My personal Facebook page is Kat Wilson. I will check in with you guys later on this week. If, like I've said, if you've had any flyers, any upcoming events, I just want to get the information out, you guys. Just want to make connections so that people know, and that's what we should do. Just circulate information around. If you have job opportunities, if you have mentoring opportunities, if you have gosh, what is it, when you're in school and you kind of have to do work, the word isn't coming to the word isn't coming to me, and I did it and getting my degree. But internship, if you have internship opportunities, please let me know. And there are other sources out there, Facebook groups and all of that. Please don't be afraid. Put that information out there, because somebody needs to know about that tool. Somebody needs to know about that resource, and they need it. If you have their job fairs coming up and things of that nature, let me know. I'd love to plug it out there, into especially the connections that I have in the different groups that I'm a part of. This has been so awesome. I look forward to checking in with you guys later on this week. Subscribe to the channel. Download the Awesome God Radio app. Yay! Download the Awesome God Radio app today. Tune in with us on Saturdays to the Good Life Gospel Show and the plethora of shows that are on the Awesome God Radio network and in connection. Like the Awesome God Radio Facebook page, because that's where most of our shows are streaming, as well as to the Awesome God Radio app, and to the Awesome God Radio Facebook page, and then our varying personal Facebook and all of the social media pages that we are privy to have with us. Thank you guys so much for watching on tonight. Post up your comments, post up your requests of any kind. God be praised for all that He's doing in your life. Keep on going forward. Keep your head to the sky. That song has been in my head all week. Earth, Wind, and Fire, you guys, check out the lyrics. I just love it. But God be praised for all He's doing in your life. May you keep on being empowered, being inspired, and you keep moving forward with Him, because He adds to His supernatural, adds to your natural, and after that, what else matters? What else matters after that? I pray that you are empowered and inspired on tonight, that you keep on doing the best that you can do with what you have. God will bless everything else, and it will take place just as He has ordained. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm Kat. I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.